Hello, everyone. I'm Bridgette Clarke of the Miss Honey Bee Show, and today's guest is.
Bobby Wilson.
Well, welcome, Mr. Wilson.
Welcome. I'm glad to be here, honey.
Yeah, so glad to have you.
Yeah,
So please tell everyone who you are.
I'm Bobby Wilson again. Singer, actor, dancer. I advocate for foster care because I grew up in foster care. My father is Jackie Wilson. I do a tribute to him and his music. Also perform my own music and recordings around the world. So I'm in festivals, cruise ships, lounges. Well, not many lounges, but theaters, art centers around the world.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
like Savoir Faire, you everywhere.
I am everywhere. Thank God.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So Jackie Wilson is your father.
Yes.
So did you know that, or
No.
you mentioned foster care?
Yeah.
So
No, my story is a very interesting story. I started out, my mom gave me up at birth, and I was raised in South Carolina's foster care system.
mhm.
But it's a movie out that was done a few years ago called The Last Teardrop. And you can see it on Amazon Prime and Tubi and a couple of other streaming networks online. But that movie is about my life and the unfolding of going from foster care, aging out of foster care, and then finding my lineage because I've always loved music. Never really knew why, but I always loved music. And then next thing I know, once I sort of was medically retired out of the Navy, I fell into music.
Okay, so how did that come about?
That's another long story.
That's right.
I'm sure you all heard of the superstar Bruno Mars.
Yes.
Well, I was just waiting for my discharge papers, hanging out in Hawaii at the Officers Club on Pearl Harbor. I would go every Friday night singing karaoke with my buddies, and that's karaoke was brand new and hot on the island. Not knowing that all the stars were coming there on Friday night, Officers Club. I met some of the biggest Hawaiian stars, Fiji, to name one.
Don Ho.
Don Ho, I met him. I also met Charo, Jim Neighbors, Carol Burnett. I also met a lot of Hawaiian stars, Melvin Lead. Different. I'm calling some of the stars that I met through there. The Casimiro brothers, Robert and his brother, and the Capono, Henry Capono.
Yes.
I met them all singing karaoke, but I had no idea that they were stars. And Brother Is, if you know who that is.
I don't.
Brother Is was a big Hawaiian legend star. And he would come and sit at the edge of the stage and sing with his high tenor voice. And I remember saying to myself, all these Hawaiian guys got perfect voices. But anyway, one night I'm hanging out, and I did a couple Motown songs. And Peter Hernandez, Bruno Mars's dad, walked up to me and said, "Hey man, you got a nice voice. Come check out our show, the Love Nut Show in Waikiki." So I didn't know what that was about because I was in the Navy for 10 years as a special weapons guy.
Mm-hmm.
All technology. So I had no idea about the music business. And when I went down there and checked, when I went to Waikiki for the first time, and I've been in Hawaii probably 5 years, but I never went to Waikiki.
Never.
No, because on the ship, off the ship, on the ship, off the ship, on the
Work.
base.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I really never went down there. But when Peter invited us, went down to Waikiki Sheridan, saw the show. I was completely blown away. 7 good-looking guys, 7 beautiful ladies. Little Bruno was 6 years old with a beautiful pompadour, doing Elvis and killing the show. And I remember thinking to myself, they want me? Because at that time, I still had my Navy body and my Navy look. I was close to 200 pounds, and I had no hair.
No hair?
I shaved my head, pencil thin mustache,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a little heavy.
I probably wouldn't even recognize.
No, you wouldn't. I've shown pictures of myself to people. You probably can find them online. The way I look now compared to then is 2 different guys. You really do die from one life and being born into another.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Our journey.
yeah. So that's what happened. That life went away. That guy, the Navy guy, died with the Navy. And then this new guy emerged with music. Yeah, with the music. And that's how it started for me. Peter Hernandez, I owe my life to, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have started singing. And I certainly wouldn't became recognizable by family members and different people from around the world, people, cousins and in-laws and everybody that was related to Jackie Wilson.
Right.
So
because you never knew.
No, I would never know. I would have never known. So
and how did that come about?
People coming to the shows, watching me and seeing me, but the Four Tops was the most instrumental. I was working for a show called Legends in Concert that came to Hawaii. Paul Revere and Johnny Stewart.
Okay.
Johnny Stewart. Yeah, they were the producers of the Hawaii show. Although Johnny was the producer of all the shows, that was his baby. And they came in the show one night to see Bruno. And when they came to see Bruno, Paul saw me, and that's when Paul said, "Hey, you know who you look like?" And I said, "Yeah, I heard it all before." "Yeah, you like Jackie Wilson, blah, 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 blah." Like, Paul went crazy. And he said, "I want you to come and audition for Jackie Wilson." I was like, "Man, I'm not a impersonator. I'm a singer." At the time, I was working with a couple of producers, and we went to Madonna's studio in Hawaii. She had built a studio, and we were doing some original songs, and they were negotiating the deal for me at Columbia Records. So I just knew I was going to get a big record deal.
Right.
So last thing I was interested in was being an impersonator. So I said, "No, man, I'm not an impersonator. I'm a singer. I'm an artist." "Sure you are." That's what Paul said. And I saw him 3 times. When I saw him 3 times, I paid attention, because my mom used to say, if it comes to you 3 times, God's talking, pay attention. And I come from Southern Baptist.
Amen.
So when Paul asked me the 3rd time, it clicked in my head what my mom said. And I said, "Okay, I'll go check out the show, and I'll audition." So when I went and saw the show, I had the same reaction when I saw the Love Note show. How do I do that? They want me to do that? I didn't know how to do it. And I never forget Paul Revere. His words were, "I want you to go home, and before you go to sleep, picture yourself on stage portraying Jackie Wilson. With the band, with the singers, the dancers, the lights, camera." He says, "I want you to picture that. And then in 6 months, I want an audition." So, okay, run 3 months, I gave him an audition. And he hired me on the spot, because that visualization that I knew nothing about worked. As soon as I started visualizing myself doing that, people started coming to me out of the woodwork. "Hey, man, are you doing the Jackie thing? Can I help you?" I couldn't believe that people were doing that to me. People to write my charts, people, background singers, people to help me write the show, people to help me design the show, the lighting of the show, the pattern of the show. I mean, I just got help from everywhere, because I started visualizing myself on that stage. So now I visualize everything, because Paul Revere taught me that lesson. And that's how I got into show business. And then Paul said, "I'm sending you to Atlantic City because Jackie Wilson was king of New York." That's what he said. "Jackie Wilson was king of New York. They're going to get a kick out of you when I send you to New York." And sure enough,
they loved you.
Yeah, not only did they love me, that's when the Jackie Wilson lineage came out, because the Four Tops were the first ones to lock in on me. Like, who's this guy? Where he come from? And why he acts so much like Jackie? And that was the beginning. I never forget, I'm sitting backstage, and the entertainment director walks up to me and say, it was between shows. We did a 3 o'clock show and an 8 o'clock show for Legends in Concert. I was doing Stevie Wonder and Jackie Wilson. I opened the show as Stevie Wonder, then I came back later as Jackie Wilson. I was the only act doing that at the time. All the rest of the acts were just doing 1 act, but I don't know why they had me do 2, but they did. So I get this, the entertainment director comes in and say, "Hey, you know the Four Tops?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, they know you. Follow me." Takes me upstairs. They're doing private shows or corporate shows for the for Bally's Park Place and in Atlantic City. And when I walked in, Levi Stubbs looked at me and said, "You got to get up early in the morning to be close to my cousin." And I was like, "What is he talking about?" and then
Who is he talking about?
he was talking about me. But he looked at me in the face and said, "You got to get up early in the morning to be even close to my cousin." And I didn't know where he was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. And then everybody laughed. And then Lawrence said, "Hey, man, are you Bobby right now or are you Jackie?" And I said, "I'm Bobby." I wouldn't know what Jackie Wilson would be like.
Right. So where is this
I never
coming
saw him. I never met him. And he goes, and they laughed again. And they said, and they started asking me a barrage of questions. You know, where you come from? Who's your parents? Blah, blah, blah. I said, "Oh, no, I don't know my parents. I was raised in foster home, blah, blah, blah."
Mm-hmm.
"What's your mama's name?" And I was like, "Huh? You know, why do you need to know that?"
Right.
Just tell me. And I had grown comfortable with him because now I always was talking to him. So I said, "Yeah, my mom was this lady." And they said, "Oh, yeah, we know who you are."
Mm-hmm. What's your
Now
dad?
it makes sense.
Okay. Was he
Yeah.
still living then?
Yeah, everybody, not my father, but my mother was, my birth mother was at the time. And so I started investigating and started meeting the family members, did the blood work, and comes out he was my dad. So at first it was hard. I was slow about talking about it
Mm-hmm.
because it was different. I
Sure.
grew up in a foster home wanting to know who my mother was.
Mm-hmm.
Never dawned on me who my dad would be. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even care, I don't think. I don't think I cared. All I wanted to know was who my mother was. And I used to think that my mother was somebody like Diana Ross. I would daydream of this lady pulling up in a limousine, coming out of the car and going, "My son, my son." I don't know why I daydreamed that, but that's what I used to daydream when I was a kid.
Yeah, and that's what kids
When I
do.
found out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that I was a foster child.
Yes.
But my mom was the best mother in the world, the strongest. She's a baby girl of 12 brothers. She was raised in Cordia, Georgia, with potato farmers, and she was strong. She was born in 1918, and she gave me everything I have today to survive in this world today. Everything I have, my mom, who raised me, gave it to me. I did finally meet my birth mother, but we never really got close.
Okay.
But I did. But I going through all the changes I went through with the Jackie Wilson family, and my whole thing now is to keep Jackie's music alive.
Yes.
And my brother Thor, who's passed away, God bless him, that was his wish, and he would kick me in the butt when I get lazy, because come on, man, you got to get out there. You ain't doing no shows. I'm like, "You got any shows?" you know, you know. Uh,
So did the family work from you? Your
it was
other side of the
it was some yes, some not. You know, it's life.
Mm-hmm.
I only really cared about uh, God taking care of me.
That's right.
Yeah, because it took me. It was a lesson. You know, meeting everybody and being accepted or not accepted. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and learning how to take it.
That's
Because
right.
I mean, I was rejected from the beginning, so I don't need your rejection.
That's right.
You know, so I know that I belong to Christ, so I go on that.
So
No,
here's
I'm,
what you got.
yeah, I'm
got
not
you through.
perfect. I got my own hangups. I got my own problems,
Yes.
just like everybody else.
That's right.
But you know, I'm not gonna live off what you think about me.
That's right.
I live off on how He thinks about me,
Amen.
and so I keep moving. But I loved the music. It was in me. My mom used to have these Friday night fish fries. My foster mother. When I say my mom, I'm talking about my foster mother.
Okay.
She would have these Friday night fish fries, and she would play this old soul music. Well, it wasn't old then, but it was Ray Charles and Wilson Pickett and Bobby Blue Bland, if you remember him. And
My parents played that song, yes, and love this music.
and this not old comedy, blue comedy,
Mm-hmm.
because I remember Red Fox and Buxby, somebody, I can't remember. These old comedians, they would play that, and they play cards, and they play tonk, and they fry fish, and they cuss each other out, and they dance and sing.
That's right.
And drink, right?
Yes.
And I used to love it. It was like a party, and I was the only kid. It was like she always had 10 kids in the house at once, but she would put us in the basement when she's having her parties on Friday nights. But I would be the only one to crawl up to the top of the basement and just sit there and listen and watch the people. And she would put a finger in my face and say, "This is my show tonight, not yours. Don't you come out there and show out. This is my show." And I was like, "What's she talking about, show?" And then I hear the doorbell, ding dong. I said, "Hey, showtime, da 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 da." And
So did you go out and sing?
Yeah, I go out and dance and act the fool. She couldn't watch after me because she's watching after everybody else. You got the drunk uncles and
so you have performing.
Yeah, didn't know it though. Come on, Bobby, show us how to do the four corners. And I'm
just cutting.
Yeah, I've been a fool until she said, "Get your man downstairs," So.
So you was performing a long time ago.
Didn't know it though. Didn't know it. No, but I knew I could do it when I saw the Jackson 5. We was outside playing. They don't do that no more, but we was outside playing, me and the kids. And my sister yelled, "Bobby!" And what's wrong with her? And she said, come in, you have to come, hurry up. So we run in the house. We was the only people in our neighborhood that had color TV. And I run in there, and it's the what's the show? Dick Clarke. It was the Dick Clarke show. And the Jackson 5 was on there singing ABC. And I never forget, I saw the Jacksons. And I was like, I can do that. I remember I had the same voice as Michael at that time. I had a high tenor voice. And I was like, bah, 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 bah. I mean, I learned that song quick. I went outside, put up 4 chairs, 4 brooms, and charged people 2 cents to come see me sing the Jackson 5.
So you was definitely performing then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because 2 cents could buy 5 cookies. It was 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 penny.
Everything was a penny back
Yeah,
then.
2 for 1 penny, 3 for 1 penny. I'm dating myself. I'm 35. So it was 2 for 1 and 3 for 1. So I would get a bag of cookies. I'd get about 25 pennies for the kids in the neighborhood. And I'd go and become a cookie monster. I would go and buy all these cookies. It was hilarious. And my mom cut my butt when she found out I was making money.
So from there, where did it go? Did you sing in the church
choir?
I
did. I joined the church. My mom didn't let us go to church till we was 9 years old because she felt that we wouldn't understand. But when I did go, I joined the church. I remember listening to watching a Billy Graham program, and I gave my life over to Christ when I was probably 10 or 12 years old.
Okay.
And then I joined the church and joined the usher board. I joined the choir. Then I joined the choir in my school, but my teacher said I was too loud. But she didn't teach blending. I learned that with the love notes. She said, "Oh, you're too loud. Bobby, you're too loud. You're singing too loud." Because I came from Southern Baptist where everybody sing loud.
Right.
They don't sing, "Amazing Grace. How sweet." That's the whole choir. Yes. Yeah, that's our choir in school. We was like, amazing. I mean, we going out there. So she was like, "You're too loud, you're too loud." And,
you singing from the good.
Yeah. So, but and then I did a few talent shows. Angie Brown, known to everybody else as Angie Stone.
Yeah.
We went to school together, and Angie and I used to sit on the steps. And she would let me listen to some of her poems. She had a book of poems, but I guess she turned them later into songs. But and I was like, "What are you gonna do with these poems?" She goes, "I don't know," but she was writing, and we were kids, and we was in this college thing called College Upper Bound at Benedict College. Every summer we go there, and I remember sitting there with Angie, and we would get into the talent shows, and Angie would get into talent shows too. And at that time, they make you sing with the record because there's no karaoke. Now I'm dating myself. I did "Old Girl" by the Shy-Lights, And I remember the girls going, "Oh," and I say, "Ah, that's the ticket," and I did Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On."
Okay.
And
Another
so,
favorite.
yeah, in the two talent shows. So I started doing talent shows, but I didn't really take it serious.
Mhm.
And once I graduated from high school, I joined the military and joined the Navy, and then I forgot about music for 10 years,
Because you're making a career out of it.
except
Hmm.
except when I was working in my workspace. I always have a boombox playing all the great singers like Peabo Bryson and Luther Vandross and Jeffrey Osborne and Gap Band with Charlie Wilson and
Oh,
all
my
those guys,
favorites, yes.
Cameo,
Mhm.
Ohio Players, and some of the bands most people don't know, like Brass Construction.
Remember that?
Yeah. So I would play all this in my workspace. And I remember my captain would come check on me because we were working on equipment. And he'll always come in and over my shoulder. When is the equipment done? I said, when you leave, we'll be done. Because we can't work with somebody going, when's it done? When's it done? When is it done? And he said to me one day, he walked in on me, he said, son, you have the wrong job. I was like, what are you talking about, Captain? He said, you should be singing for a living. You got a good voice. I said, oh, so Captain's been drinking again. That's what I was saying. So I never took it serious. And at the end of the day, we did 20-hour days on the ships, especially when we was at sea.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to relax, I would take my boombox and go to the back of the ship, they call it aft. And I would stand and sing to the ocean. And I pretend I'm Luther Vandross or people or whoever.
So you were performing.
I was performing to the ocean.
That's right.
Because I got this big ocean with waves and everything. Mm-hmm. And I would just sing to the ocean. So this tidbit is in my book. I'm writing a book, my life. But I challenged God that one time on that ship. I said, God, I just reenlisted, and I'm in a marriage that's not good, and I'm sick of the Navy, and I want to sing for a living. Let me see you do that. That's what I said on the back of the ship, and I forgot about it. And then next thing I know, I'm passing kidney stones, and I'm out of the Navy, lightning fast.
That quick?
It happened like 6 months.
Okay.
From me locked in, no way if I was getting out of the Navy.
Yes.
And I just got reenlisted, so they gave me a $30,000 reenlistment bonus because of what I was doing. So I knew I wasn't getting out. I was going to do the whole 20 years. So they just gave me, they just gave me that reenlistment bonus. So, but, and so when God made that happen, I had to pay attention because when I was going through the transition, I didn't understand it. I was angry and I was upset because I loved my job. I actually loved the Navy. So I'm like, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? I was panicking because I had the plan.
That's right, but God had other plans.
Yeah, I was going to retire fat, dumb, and happy. That's what I was going to buy me a trailer and drive all around the country with it. That was my plan. It was a good plan, too.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, because get that retirement check every month. Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's do this. Nope, that didn't happen. And so I forgot that I did that challenge to God. And so I found myself, 2 years later, I found myself in Waikiki singing professionally for a living, loving my life at that time because I'm single, got money in my pocket, dating who I want to date.
That's right.
and singing, and I'm so happy. And I said to myself, how did I get here? And I'm singing do-wah, do-wah, ooh-wah, ooh, with the other guys. But I'm thinking, my head is, I'm not there.
Right, you forgot.
Yeah, ooh-wah. And I said, how did I get here? And I heard a voice say, because you asked me.
Mm-hmm.
And the tears started coming down my eyes while I was singing.
Yeah.
I did. I challenged God. And it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about it, which is what he preaches in the Bible. That's what he says. Ask me for something and get up as though it's already been granted.
Yes.
Get up as though you already have it.
That's right.
Leave your burdens with me. Get up because they're gone.
That's right.
So when I said, make me a singer, I want to sing for the rest of my life, do that. I did it in a snotty way. Like, that'll never happen. That's what I was thinking to myself. I was thinking, I'll never get out of the Navy until I retire. I'll never be a singer. I'm fat and overweight, and I can't sing. See, this is stuff I said to myself. So I locked myself down.
That's right. Words
Because
of power.
I said it.
Yes.
I put a spell on myself. Gospel is gospel. Gospel. It's two words. It's God and spell. So when you talk, you put a spell on yourself, positive or negative.
I agree.
It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you whatever you say out of your mouth is a spell. It's an incantation. Whether you accept it or not, I don't care.
Well,
That's what it is.
On it. Yes.
Yeah, but the Bible says if you study your Bible, and most people don't, but if you study, it will tell you.
Yes.
What comes out of your mouth has the power to kill and steal.
Exactly.
Has the power to give life and has the power to take life away. The knife, the tongue is a two-edged sword. So you can lock yourself in prison for your whole life, or you can have heaven on earth for your whole life.
That's right, and that's what he wants.
And it's what you say.
Yeah.
So I cast that spell without even knowing what I was doing, and now I'm so aware of what I say. Now, I pay attention to what I say to myself. And when people say, "Oh, you'll never be anywhere, you'll never go anywhere," that goes over my head because that's them saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that.
That's right.
I'm saying, "Oh no, I got this project here, this project here, and I'm gonna see this through, and I'm gonna see this through, and I'm gonna see that through." And now I don't run off at the mouth about my projects. I just do them.
That's right. Move in silence.
Yeah.
And nobody can ever say that God doesn't answer prayers.
Oh, he does.
does.
Yeah,
All the time.
I used to be very shy about saying how God worked, but I've gotten myself into all kind of binds and all kind of toils and snares in this life that no way I could have got out but the grace of God. So, no, I'm not telling you what it is, but everybody has it.
That's right.
Everybody goes through it.
Amen.
So I learned to lean on it. Despite what my family say, despite people who say they love me, they're the ones that hurt me the most. The ones that say they're my brother and my sister, those are the ones that hurt me the most. Yes. I only listen to God, and God is here. So I like to tell all of the foster kids, just lean onto God. Lean onto God. Trust God first. Ask God first. Ask the universe if you don't believe in God. Just say, what do I do? And wait. Shut your mouth and wait for an answer, because the answer will come.
Yes, it will.
But you have to be silenced. The key is silence. I never knew that. I used to run my mouth, But as soon as I shut up and silence my mind and silence my brain and cut off all activity, then I can hear the voice. And then I hear my guidance. And then I go, oh, never thought about that. Oh, that's a great song. I've gotten a lot of inspiration that way.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, a lot that way.
Definitely, yes. So who are the people you've worked with?
As far as music?
Correct.
Everybody. Charlie Wilson, Shaw Lamar, Bill Medley from the Righteous Brothers, Paul Revere and the Raiders, Temptations, all of them. Everybody except David Ruffin. I never met David Ruffin, but I met the rest. And the secondhand guys and the third tier guys, all of the Four Tops, of course. Stars from overseas. I was jogging with Tom Jones at one time.
Now he's still relevant, I know.
Oh, Tom Jones is the baddest dude alive.
I remember his music.
When I first met him, I was like, "Oh my God!" I said, "You're Tom Jones." He goes, "That's right."
He's definitely soulful. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. I met so many people in the business, and it's good. Of course, the Godfather from the Chi-Lites, Marshall Thompson, and the Stylistics. Jay Siegel with the Totens. I work with people every weekend, the Coasters, the Drifters.
What about James Brown?
James Brown, I met him many times. He wanted to record me. but James funny. James was funny there because I ran into him in the Hilton.
What is your memory?
Well, I was walking through because I just did a convention,
Mm-hmm.
so I was still I say Jackie drag. I was in my Jackie Wilson drag, walking away from a convention, and he stopped me. Hey, you know who you like? And I said, yeah, I know who I look like. Jackie Wilson. I said, yeah, I know. And he was like, give me a card, give him a card. And so they gave me his card. he said, you cut a record? I said, excuse me? Have you cut a record? I said, I don't, what? And then his assistant goes, have you cut a record? I said, oh, no, I'm just started out in show business. I'm not looking to record. No, you need to cut a record. Here, hit my card, take my card. We're going to cut a record. Okay. So I looked at the guy, I said, what do you say? He said, we're going to cut a record. I said, oh, okay.
So he really talks like that all the time.
Yeah, he talked like that all the time. I think he just did it because he can do it. He's James Brown. He can do what he want to do.
That's right.
So it was funny. James was a funny man. Sonny Turner, God bless him, he's gone. A lot of greats that's come and gone. George Benson is like uncle to me. Tony Orlando is like an uncle to me. Joey from the Joey D. He had a big song called Peppermint Twist. Yeah. Come on, everybody, and dance like this. We're doing some dancing none of this. A brand new twist, the peppermint twist. I can't remember the words, but Joey D. He's a big influence in my life. These guys come to me and they give me direction, and they tell me not to give up. Because, like I say, Tony, you Tony Orlando. I mean, I'm just Bobby. He goes, yeah, but you ain't dead. Keep pushing. And Bill Medley, same thing. He says the same thing. So does George Benson. I mean, George says to me, boy, you're going to be big. You're going to be big. He says that all the time. I'm like, George, nobody know who I am. He goes, no, you're going to be big. So these are my mentors, and I do their music in my shows. So Marvin Gaye was a big mentor. And
did you meet him?
Oh no, I didn't meet Marvin Gaye, but he influenced me through high school and college. His music, Stevie Wonder, he influenced me through his music, high school and college, and then with the Legends in Concert, I wouldn't have done Stevie Wonder tribute if it wasn't for Paul Revere. Paul Revere kept saying, I saw you on a boat and you were doing a little takeoff on Stevie. I said, yeah, but I did it as part of my comedy act. Yeah, give me a serious one. And I'm like, no, man, I'm not going to tackle Stevie Wonder. Are you crazy? No. First of all, you had an uncanny look when you put the wig on. You look like him. And you put the glasses on and you look like him. He says, so I want you to try it. Turns out I was the #1 Stevie Wonder impersonator for 8 years. I got more work from Stevie than anybody else that I've ever done, including Jackie Wilson.
And what is your impersonation of Stevie?
It was a full and tribute.
Uh-huh.
I did a 2-hour show of Stevie with 12-piece band and 4 singers.
Yes.
2 of the singers were DeBarges.
Really?
Yeah, I had Marty DeBarge and his sister singing with me.
Beautiful voice.
Oh, cousin. One of them. I don't know which one it was. But I never forget, we flew into Japan. I did a lot of work in Japan. And they said, I said, well, let me send you guys the chart. No, we don't need anything. We know the music. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking, I don't know how this is going to work out. I get there and I see the DeBarges, and I go, that's the DeBarges. And I'm like, what are they doing here? So, well, you're singers. What do you mean they're my singers? Don't you know who they are? Yeah, we know who they are. But in this job, they're singing for you. So I told, look at Marty, we became good friends. I said, Marty, I got to get you guys to do a song in my show. He said, man, don't mess up my money. This is your show.
He said, just do the show.
Yeah, he said, do your show. But I was so enamored because, DeBarge. I love DeBarge,
Me too.
And so, but anyway, I still made them sing because I put them on the spot. I did my Stevie thing. And then I said, we got special artists with us. We got the DeBarges. Marty, come on up here. You cousin, come and do a song. And Marty's like, you mother. But they did Rhythm of the Night, and the audience went berserk.
One of my favorites.
They went berserk.
Yes.
So I had a lot of experiences, and I still have not got a chance to meet Stevie.
Not yet.
Not yet. I've been in same buildings with him. I've been in award shows where he's there. And one time I was standing right behind him, but something was going on, and he wasn't in a good mood. And I could tell. I read the room. So I went, "Love your work, Stevie." And he went, "Thank you." And he didn't turn around. He didn't look. I mean, well, he wouldn't look anyway, but he didn't care who said it. He was in a funk. Well, and I understand, in this business, things can happen to piss you off.
That's right.
But I wanted to say, "Man, I love you so much, and I do your songs, and you saved my life, and you fed me." He did. You fed my family because I did for 7 years strictly
His music.
Yeah, nothing else. And I will. They were when they first hired me in Japan. She said, "Can you grow a mustache?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, I want you to have the real mustache. I don't want a fake one." I said, "Yeah, I can grow the mustache." And I had braids put in my hair, and I went in and killed it. So you can find some of my video online.
I like to see that.
Yeah.
You have the black glasses too. Can you give me the black glasses? I want to see some of that.
Oh, you funny. Oh, Timber.
Yes.
Timber.
So do you mind?
Oh, listen.
Yes. So we got Stevie in house. Yeah.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Right. Okay.
Stupid.
Definitely. Yeah, I see why now. You had it down.
Stupid.
And you did that for 7 years.
7 years. Nobody wanted Jackie. Because I was like, well, I do Jackie Wilson. That's great. That's great. We got a show for you for Stevie over here.
So now all they want is you.
Well, now it's me. I mean, I do my dad's music. I pay homage to him in every show, no matter whether it's big show, small show. Some shows I only do 1 or 2 of his songs. Some shows I do 10 of his songs. It just depending on what I'm getting booked for. I have a show called Jackie Wilson, The Legacy Continues. That's 80% Jackie music and his recordings. And then I have the Bobby Wilson Soul Train years, where I cover everybody. I also have the Motown years, where I cover everybody.
Okay.
So
a little medley.
Not medley.
Mm-hmm.
I just cover the song, I cover the music.
Okay.
And then I incorporate my original music into it. So you can get my music online, go to Bobby Wilson Music. I'm on all digital platforms. And I'm also with house music. I have 2 house songs out.
Very nice.
I love house music.
Mm-hmm.
I had an opportunity to record with Rocky Jones out of Chicago, DJ International Records. We got 2 songs out that you can find on Spotify if you are into that. It's called Are You Ready? And Stand Up.
That's right.
So check that out. We've got those 2 songs are trending right now in the house charts.
Speaking of which, of your newest too.
My newest song is going to be released coming soon. It's a re-release of a song called I Can't Love You Anymore. And that's going to be released, I think, this Friday, which is, I don't know what the date is.
Well, today is the 13th of August.
Yeah, so 15th.
Yes, that's right.
The 15th of August, I Can't Love You Anymore is being released on all digital platforms.
Okay.
Buy my record.
Well,
Download
congratulations.
it. Yes, download it. Let's get a Billboard hit, huh?
That's right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
To you.
Thank you very much.
It's been truly
Yeah.
a blessing having you here and an honor as well.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. So, speaking of which, I know you have other performances and you traveled all over the world. So, do you care to share anything as far as what you're doing now, what you're working on?
Well, coming up in a week and a half, I'm going to be opening for KC and the Sunshine Band.
Yes, love them.
In a place called Farmanville, New York, which is on Long Island, it's an amphitheater. That we'll be there on the 29th of August.
Okay.
29th of August. And then on the 31st of August, if you're in New Jersey, we're going to be in Wildwood. That was where Bobby, not Bobby Darin, Bobby.
Woman?
No. Bobby, what was it? Wildwood. He had the song Wildwood. Is it Bobby Darin? No, it's not Bobby Darin. It's a different song, different name. But in the word, Wildwood Days is the name of the song.
Okay.
Google it, Wildwood Days. And he was a very good friend of my dad's as well. He told me some great stories. And he just passed away last year, maybe year after that. You got it?
So speaking of which, you said,
Bobby Rydell.
okay,
Yeah. Wildwood Days. And Wildwood is still real, and they got a big block party on the 31st of August. So I'll be there. And then I'll be back in Vegas. So come back to Vegas and see me.
That's right. You heard it here first. Yes. I'm the Miss Honey Bee Show. So thank you. Now, you have a big family. So out of all the children, would you say you are the most one that looks like him the most?
No,
Father?
no, I wouldn't say that. All of us look like him.
Mhm, all of you.
All of us look like him. He has strong genes.
Okay.
Strong genes.
But you're the only performer.
That I know of. Now, my nephew, Reggie, was part of a rap group called Detroit's Most Wanted. And he did real well with his rap group. He goes by Mosty, M-O-S-T-I.
Are they still performing?
I think he performs from time to time, but he's a legendary group from Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
called Detroit's Most Wanted. So that's my nephew. And he can sing because I've got on him. He sounds like our father.
Okay.
Yeah, he can sing. I told him, I said, sing, man.
Do you see yourself doing anything together?
I'm trying to get that to happen because I really want him on a record with us doing something together. So I got a couple of projects going on that I can't talk about, but keep watching Bobby Wilson Music. Go to my website, Bobby Wilson Music. Sign up to follow me. Put your email up there. Follow me where I'm at. I'm coming to a city near you. I do a lot of live performances.
That's right.
But I do like to perform my original music, which more and more is coming out. I'm working on 3 new songs right now while we speak. So be on the lookout.
That's
okay?
right. And not to mention, you are working on a book.
I'm working on my book.
Mm-hmm.
I know the people who follow me, I've been working on for many years, but we're going to finish it up this year. And also, another big project that I can't wait to tell you about, but it will reveal itself soon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, now, is there possibly a movie coming from that book?
I can't say.
Okay. Yes. Well,
I cannot
wait
say.
to see.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't even know. I know nothing.
That's right. They'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Well, it's so wonderful having you today.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you would like to leave?
No, just my biggest thing is any foster kids out there that's watching this, adults, God bless you all. Just remember, keep God first, and I believe you can survive this. This is a school. Earth is a school. Earth is, we're supposed to fall down and get up. We're supposed to fail and get up. The key is get up.
Yes.
Keep working at it. Keep it. If you got a goal in mind, lock it in. My mom told me this. She's a potato farmer. And she says, when you're trying to get somewhere, she said, when we used to plow, we used to have a pole, maybe half a mile down the road, that we would see the pole. All we could see is the pole. However, when we plow, we just looked at the pole. We don't look at our feet. So if you look at the pole, you do straight lines to the pole. But if you watch your feet does this. It goes everywhere. So don't watch your steps. Just let the pole be your guidance, and you'll get there very quickly. And that's how it works for me in life.
Wonderful.
I see my goals. How I'm going to get there, not sure. I leave it to God to get me there.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and he will never leave us wrong.
Right.
Never leave you wrong.
Right.
So speaking of which now, what is your legacy that you see living beyond?
I don't know what my legacy is, to be honest.
Do you have one
in
mind?
No, not really.
Because most people speak up, they say, well, I'm leaving my legacy behind, whether it's with my children or
Well,
something of mine.
I'm leaving all I can for my kids, But my kids are not into music. So I hope that their kids might jump into music. I just hope that we as adults can make this world a better place so that our kids can survive and our grandkids have a place. You know, that's what I'm worried about. Well, I'm trying not to worry about. We need to make sure that we set our children up for success.
That's right.
So that they can have something to set their children up and their children's children and their children's children's children.
Exactly.
That's what we need to be looking at.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Because a parent always wants their children to be a lot better than they.
I want my son to do way better than me and go further than me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching the Miss Honeybee Show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you.